They say to understand a people is to understand their culture, and every culture is beautiful. Every culture gives its people strength. Every culture gives its people identity. Every culture gives its people purpose. And Johan Winsinger once said that to preserve a culture, we must continually create a culture. And ladies and gentlemen, today I'm creating a culture. Today I'm preserving a culture. I'm looking at the Bukusu culture, and particularly the circumcision process among the Bukusu people. Bukusu people are among the 17 subtribes of the larger Luya group, and I'm going to be examining their step-to-step circumcision process. Circumcision among the Bukusu is highly regarded, and I'm going to be examining step-by-step process among the Bukusu circumcision process. I'm Collins Lusweti. I welcome you. Let's enjoy together. Let's learn and let's celebrate our African culture.
Mutindewe, olukembelwa wenya mutindewe, olukembelwa wenya mutindewe, olukembelwa wenya ijeferese, olukembelwa wenya ijeferese, olukembelwa wenya ijeferese, olukembelwa wenya olakoti, olukembelwa wenya olakoti, olukembelwa wenya ijeferese, olukembelwa wenya amanyekwe, olukembelwa wenya ijeferese, olukembelwa wenya ijeferese, olukembelwa wenya ijeferese, olukembelwa wenya ijeferese.
Yes, circumcision is a very important ceremony among many communities in Africa, and particularly the Bukusu people. And circumcision among the Bukusu people is a bit unique. It's a bit different from other communities, simply because it's a bit complicated. And it runs for a period of roughly 6 days, running up until the final day when the initiate faces the knife. And so you may be asking, what exactly happens during these 6 days up until when the initiate faces the knife? So that's exactly what I'm going to be explaining from day one, step by step, up until the final day when the initiate faces the knife. We're going to be examining step by step to examine what exactly do the Bukusu people do at this particular time of circumcision. Like they say, people with no culture are no people. So like I said, circumcision among the Bukusu people takes roughly 6 days. The first day is when the initiate goes to the father to inform him of the intention to face the knife. And then the father will assess the situation. He will look at the boy and figure out if he's ready to transition into manhood. The father will then approve. After approving, he will set a date when the initiate will face the knife. After that, the initiate will embark on an exercise called hulanga. This is basically where the initiate will go around to invite neighbors, relatives, family, friends, and the community at large. So he will go around at different homes just to announce on when he's going to face the knife. So he'll be telling relatives, friends, and family of this particular date when he's going to face the knife. So that exercise is called hulanga. It is simply translated as calling or inviting. But then the first person to which the initiate has to go to is the aunt, the sister to the father. Simply, the reason behind that is that the aunt has the ability. She has the ability to figure out and see if this initiate is ready to transition into manhood. So that is the reason behind the initiate going to the aunt first before going to other people or places to invite. So the initiate will first of all go to the aunt, the sister to the father, to as the first invitee. So that is hulanga. So in this particular process, the initiate will receive gifts. He'll receive different gifts, monetary gifts, and other and all sorts of gifts in this exercise called hulanga, which takes roughly 3 days. Have a look. So the final day of Holanga, or inviting, usually ends with a visit to the uncle, the brother to the mother now. And among the Bukusu people, the uncle plays a critical role in the circumcision process. There can be no circumcision without the role of the uncle. So the initiate visits the uncle, and quite often the uncle offers very sound advice to the initiate of what is expected of him as he turns into manhood. And then he will slaughter a cow or a goat, and then part of the meat will be wrapped around the neck of the initiate in what is referred to as lihoni. And this is usually to send a message to the parents that indeed the uncle approves the process, the uncle is comfortable with the boy, he has advised the boy. So it's just a message of appreciation by the uncle to the parents. And sometimes the uncle may decide not to slaughter a cow or goat. He may just decide to give the whole cow to the initiate to go back with it home. So that one is still referred to as lihoni. It is still a message to the parents. So after that, the initiate will go back home to prepare for the cut the following day. The visit to the uncle just comes before the day of the day when the initiate will face the knife, as we can see in the clip ahead.
Niye mao kama izo nizo kukura chamao necha nenacho ifoka goboro za kulichangata kurola ngengaji niye nyanga ya mamala wakeba usapake nyanga ekwe bara nandi mwamboni mube mwenya musie bule sibuyi bena busanga sanenya mube mone ndo kurenga renga na kumuba yota embalu ino yakaleza yanjira kunyonyota na mwamana no namuti mumanyi muri mwame wa goja mara goja kabidire sendaza ko runiteze nenya sibuyi musie bule embele geuta emoni yangai hata ya
So when the initiate arrives back home from the uncle, a long night awaits. There is no sleep for the initiate in what is referred to as huminya. This is a ritual whereby the initiate will be jingling his traditional bells known as chinyemba as people go around him singing and uplifting his spirit, just to be able to shun cowardice and to be able to be brave enough to face the knife the following morning. So they'll be dancing, they'll be singing, they'll be going round the initiate the entire night till late night before the initiate can go to sleep. So that is what is called homenya. As that happens, the mohels, the circumcisers, on the other hand, are preparing for the task ahead the following morning, as one of them is explaining how they are preparing. Take a look.
Tunafanyianga hivi kwa meko ya mama yake, kwa sababu mama yake akipika chakula tunamwambianga ya kwamba kidogo kwa nyumba ya mama yako tena utarudi kwa nyumba ya mama yako. Tunaenda kwa meko, uwe bibi usaye watoto uwe na meko yako. Hansa lugembe no kwaru kala ruafkira tuhabe kali o khali 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 khafunga khali kubwena khali Yes. Najua sasa vile tumejipanga hivi kwa hii nyumba. Sasa kwa hii nyumba yetu hii yenye tumetengenezea Lukembe, mtu hawezi kuingia hapa mpaka tutakapomalizana na kijana, ndiposo tuwape nyumba ikuwe free nao. Sisi tunaitange tiangi ya kutengeneza vijana. Ni siri yetu. Hapa ni bahali ya siri yetu. Tunakuja kufanya hapa siri. Watu watatu.
So as the Mohels are preparing for the difficult task the following morning, Huminya on the other hand is going on, and usually it goes on until very late in the night. Then the initiate will be allowed a few hours to sleep. Then he'll be woken up very early, and then the journey to the river will start. But right now, let's just enjoy that Huminya bit. Let's just enjoy a little bit of it. Have a look. So the journey to the river starts very early in the morning. This is the final time the initiate is jingling the traditional bells as they go down to the river in a mud smearing ritual called Hulonga. So there'll be a slow pace, there'll be singing, there'll be dancing, uplifting the spirit of the initiate for one last time. So there'll be a slow pace, there'll be dancing as they go to the river for a mud ritual, for a mud smearing ritual called Hulonga. So Hulonga is very critical among the Bukusu people. Mud is very critical among the Bukusu people because one, it fortifies the body of the initiate. Then two, mud serves as anesthesia. It numbs the senses of the initiate. So that is how critical the mud smearing ritual is, as we can see in this clip ahead. So after the mud smearing ritual is over, the journey back home begins for the initiate now to face the knife. And it begins with an old age song that uplifts the spirit of the initiate. It encourages the initiate to shun cowardice and to embrace bravery. Just have a look. So back home, the Mohes, the circumcisers, are waiting in great anxiety. And at the same time, the mother of the initiate, together with other female relatives, are forced to sit in the house, outstretched with their legs on the floor, in what is known as Hula Ambisia. All this in order to deter any bad omen and mishaps. Have a look.
Wakikaa hivi wameongojea tutairishe kijana ndio waamke chini, kwa sababu mama wakisaa mtoto wanasaanga vile wamekaa chini, si ati wanasaa kama wamesimama. Sasa tukitengeneza mwanaume mpaka wakai.
Meanwhile, the initiate is fast approaching home, and at this particular point there is no turning back. There is no turning back. Completely there is no turning back. The initiate must face the knife. So he's fast approaching home. The Mohels, the circumcisers, are in great anxiety, waiting in great anxiety. The father is also waiting in great anxiety. He's not sure whether the initiate will let him down. So there is great panic. There is all kind of emotions in the air. Just have a look. So when the initiate arrives in the compound, there will be great silence. This is just to ensure that the Mohels are in the right frame of mind. It is just to allow the Mohels, the circumcisers, that ability to be able to fully concentrate on the task at hand, because there is no room for error here, because then you'll be able to face the wrath of the people. Anything less than that, you have to be accurate. Anything less than that, you'll be able to face the wrath of the people. So that silence will allow the Mohels to be accurate in exercising this ritual. So after 30 to 45 seconds, the entire process, the entire exercise will be over, and suddenly there will be dance, there will be songs, just congratulating the initiate from graduating into Buffalo. He has now graduated into manhood. And so people will be going around congratulating the initiate, giving him all manner of gifts and so on and so on. Summary of the Bukusu circumcision ritual. Indeed, there can be no people without a culture. That has been the culture of the Bukusu people.